Here's some of the stories trending this week at NASA.
3, 2, 1, and liftoff at dawn. The dawn of Orion and a new era of American space exploration.
The successful first flight test of NASA's Orion spacecraft on December 5th not only was a historic moment for the agency, but also was a critical step on NASA's journey to Mars.
Passing 124 Mach 1.
Orion rode to space from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station on a Delta IV Heavy rocket with no crew, but loaded with about 1,200 sensors. The flight test basically was a compilation of the riskiest events that will happen when astronauts fly on Orion on deep space missions. These include radiation, which Orion encountered as it passed through Earth's Van Allen belts.
A human-rated system hasn't gone that far since 1972. And in fact, that mission was Apollo 17, which launched December 7th. Here we are again, now the United States leading exploration.
But surviving the 4,000-plus degree Fahrenheit temperatures generated on Orion's return to Earth, its so-called trial by fire, was one of the flight's most crucial tests.
The first look looks really good from a data standpoint, but we'll dig through all the data and make sure that everything is there. We'll definitely learn some things from this flight. That's why it was a test flight. It will really help us as we take those next steps into the solar system with humans.
As planned, 2 orbits and about 4.5 hours after launch, Orion splashed down in the Pacific Ocean, successfully ending its first flight, while at the same time providing forward momentum for NASA's journey to Mars.
This, like I say, is serial number 001 of a storied fleet of vehicles. And when we look back 20, 30 years from now, we can trace it all back to today where it started out with the Orion serial number 001.
A panel discussion on December 2nd featured NASA leaders at Kennedy Space Center and at headquarters discussing what's next on the journey, including the new technologies and capabilities being developed to send astronauts farther than ever before, first to an asteroid and then on to the Red Planet. The barrel for the engine section of NASA's new Space Launch System rocket recently was taken off the vertical weld center tool at Michoud Assembly Facility in New Orleans. The barrel is flight hardware to be used on Exploration Mission 1, the first uncrewed test flight of the 70 metric ton configuration of the SLS. The barrel and a ring will house 4 RS-25 engines that will power the core stage of the SLS. NASA has approved the completion of the first milestone in the Boeing company's path toward launching NASA astronauts to the International Space Station from U.S. soil again under a groundbreaking commercial crew transportation capability contract. The certification baseline review established a baseline design that includes Boeing's CST-100 spacecraft, a United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket, and associated ground and mission operations systems. On September 16th, the agency unveiled its selection of Boeing and SpaceX to transport U.S. crews to and from the space station using their CST-100 and Crew Dragon spacecraft, respectively. And that's what's up this week at NASA. For more on these and other stories, follow us on social media and visit www.nasa.gov/twan.